possible that over the last 2 years making videos, I have lost my skills for multiplayer games and have opted for the more bad game Golem-like genre instead. Although enjoyable, this has come at a cost, and now I am terrible at any game requiring me to shoot back at real people. But that doesn't mean we can't attempt to platinum one of the biggest hero shooters in recent times. With essentially every single trophy being luck-based, everything will be against me on this challenge, including my lack of sleep. But with Marvel Rivals offering to sponsor this video to show their support, I knew I had to give it my all. Can I, arguably the worst Marvel Rivals player to ever touch the game, somehow earn this platinum trophy in just 3 whole days? Let's find out. Releasing late last year, Marvel Rivals came onto the scene and absolutely dominated the competition. I remember seeing the hype surrounding Season 1 and the daily players peaking to 300k on Steam alone, which is impressive for any game, let alone a free-to-play one in this day and age. Now with Season 2 being released last month and Season 2.5 right around the corner, it's safe to say that Marvel Rivals is here to stay. I mean, even the Metacritic score was pretty good, scoring a 78 overall on PS5, with Game Informer stating a huge roster of free playable characters, a satisfying gameplay loop, and the fast matchmaking. Marvel Rivals executes a simple concept with skills and finesse. And Tech Radar Gaming saying with 33 heroes to play as and a free-to-play monetization model, Marvel Rivals is almost too good to be true. These reviews alone heightened my anticipation for this game, but in order to beat the 41 luck-based trophies in under 3 days, we would need to assemble a team. Do you get it? Yeah, okay.
How's it going, team?
Holy smokes.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
With Epic Piss and Astro joining us for the majority of the journey, a few more faces pop in and out to help us with the platinum grind. And yes, I did in fact spend money on this game before ever playing a single match, but it came in handy for earning the first trophy of the challenge. You do you for using the weapon wheel. How do I emote?
4, 3.
Yeah! The trophies in this game pop once the match is over. Working as Venom is a guaranteed trophy, so I wasn't worried too much. For our first match in Rivals, we were placed on the attack on a payload type game mode, and let's just say it was over before it even started. In fact, we didn't even reach the first checkpoint before already getting smoked. Bro, I couldn't even tell you what's going on. What is going on?
Why is that overtime? Just end the freaking whack-a-whack. Literally getting smoked.
W first game.
Oh no.
Regardless of our performance on the first match, I made sure to thumbs up the entire team and chalked it up to a skill issue. That actually got 2 and 6, that's crazy.
Not to brag, but you guys are terrible based on this stat page.
And now that we had earned the first 2 trophies, the timer had officially begun and we were locked into this grind. The trophies here are all related to different heroes in the game, with the now 38 characters being available to you the moment you boot the game up. Out of all of the trophies, these 6 are heavily considered to be some of the most time-consuming, difficult ones to obtain. So of course, I forgot all about them and focused on the easiest ones first. This made sense too, as learning how to play the game was a challenge in itself. Having arrived 5 months late, most of the players we were up against felt as if they had already played the game for hundreds of hours. In fact, we were getting slammed so hard that Onslaught, a trophy heavily considered to be one of the easiest due to it requiring a 3-kill streak, felt almost impossible for my tiny little brain to comprehend. While playing as Venom, I noticed the lack of long-range attacks he had, and essentially anytime I'd come up against a flying character, I would get beamed, so I switched to Moon Knight. And while this did allow me to hit players at long range, it didn't change the fact that we still hadn't won a single game.
Capture the mission area.
Where's blood going?
Oh yeah, I can't even twerk on this one. My aim is so bad.
That was a pretty good match.
I don't think it was. Eventually though, things started to improve. We won our first game and I started to really enjoy using this character. His attacks are actually pretty good and you can get a decent portion of health off an enemy if you time it all correctly. His ult was also pretty good too, summoning 3 claws that come down from the sky to hit enemies, and to earn the trophy Punishment of the Moon, we just have to hit 4 people with this ult. That's gotta be it, that's gotta be it, that's gotta be it, that's gotta be it. Please! Oh, Punishment of the Moon. Yes, I did it. Let's go. Up next was Groot. For the trophy Vicious Vines, we need to trap 4 enemies in his vine prison. These hit ones are extremely forgiving because you don't actually need to kill anyone, just that they have to be trapped or hit by your ult. There's a few of these on the trophy list, and these are the ones I use to advance my knowledge of the characters and get familiar with the game as a whole. I don't mind tanks, but I always feel like you take a lot of damage and do no damage back. I guess that's kind of the point, but it's not really a playstyle for me. That said, this trophy was extremely easy, and I managed to get this on my first time ever using Groot. Vicious Vines. Groot is also extremely useful for 4 of the 6 trophies I mentioned earlier because of how good his ultimate is. Trapping 3 people in one spot essentially gives another player a free pass to attempt a kill specific trophy since they're all unable to move, but more on that in a bit. For now, I was feeling pretty confident and I was starting to really get the ins and outs of this game. Certain characters have counters and healers are low-key some of the most important teammates to have. With an absolutely goated healer on my team at all times, I went for Venom's trophy Grip of Hunger, requiring you to use his L2 ability that slows enemies down and deals a tiny bit of damage. It's like luck based, isn't it? Like a lot of them are just like you have to make sure everyone's like lined up at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was definitely, that's it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, nice. Grip of Hunger. Woo! Defeat as per. The next trophy, Smart is New Smash, wouldn't be as simple because although it's still considered an easier trophy to obtain, you can't just go in guns blazing and expect to get this in your first attempt. Hulk is a super strong character. Act him more like a tank to push your team up and maybe pick off a few enemies along your way. His main gimmick is that when running out of health, you return back to Bruce in order to hopefully escape and go again. For this trophy, you need to take someone down within 3 seconds of returning back to Bruce Banner. Something that would be simple enough if Bruce actually had a stronger weapon, but you're kind of cooked if there's no enemies around that are super low.
Bro came in from mid down.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Oh, this fucking trophy's hard, man. Oh, I got it! Yes!
I want you to sit on top of it with your heels.
Alongside hit and KO specific trophies, we also have map specific trophies too. And the first one I attempted was Terror of the 10 Realms. As Hela, we need to land a 3 KO streak on this map right here. And being completely honest, this is probably the only time I used Hela during my entire platinum run. Sorry for any Hela mains out there, but I'm bad enough trying to aim as Moon Knight, let alone trying to aim perfectly for a 1-hit shot. Good news is though that we just got Tobba in the stack.
What do I do? What button is it?
L1. Good boy.
Oh, okay.
No crazy plays or anything like that, but it was enough to get the 3 kills without dying that I needed for the trophy. Oh, Terror of the 10 Realms. Confusion did set in around this point though as to whether Onslaught was potentially bugged for me for some reason. I had done the Hela trophy and Onslaught essentially has the same description, so I was thinking they'd pop back to back, but nothing. One of the easiest trophies in the game was now haunting my every move, and while I continued to chip away at the more demanding ones, this one stayed in the back of my head as a pretty big worry. What wasn't a worry though was our team. Just as quickly as Tobba joined the stack, Kobe was also down to hop on some rivals and grind some trophies too. Oh, you got the platinum as well?
Yeah.
He boosted every trophy
No way.
because he's banned.
I'm going to be on 120 ping, so don't expect too much.
Skill issue.
Losing every match.
I've got like a 4% win streak.
All I needed was a 3 kill streak in the hopes it would finally pop the trophy. Oh my god. Oh, I got a triple. No way. Yo, Kobe, when's the next video then, mate?
I think it's sometime before 2030. No, I'm not sure.
Fire. And straight after this, got the trophy Family Ties for soulbinding 3 Guardians of the Galaxy characters as Adam Warlock. What I press? L1.
L1. Press
Yeah.
L1, yeah. Good boy.
Oh, literally said my ult as well. Oh, Family Ties. Wait, what are we?
The Avengers.
They have a Johnny, which is a flying character.
What?
They've got a what, mate?
A Johnny? Johnny Storm?
Yeah. Oh, okay. This controller's literally about to go off with a screen. How do you know if it's defense or not?
It's not
domination.
even defense.
What does that mean? Capture the flag level.
Yeah.
But is this defense or not, guys? Like this?
Yeah, like this.
Oh,
Tweak it.
There's a lot of goon tech in this game. That's what they call it.
Goon tag.
Satire, when you're in your normal state, so not inside your alt, try to place down demons instead of doing your whirlwind slash. If you
There are
put down a
demons coming.
demon,
I'm gonna go talk to the in-game Huz.
my match history so far is SVP, MVP, MVP, SVP, SVP, SVP.
How'd you say? Defeat, 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 defeat. Up next was another hit trophy, and this time we were required to use Iron Man's ultimate ability to hit 4 unsuspecting enemies in one single blast. Now realistically, I got a bit lucky here as the payload was contested in a good spot, and I hit 4 people without the assistance of Groot's ultimate ability. Iron Man is a pretty fun character, and this was about the time that I started to enjoy the game a lot more than I thought I would. Everything was starting to make sense now, but one of the main reasons was also just being on call with friends, going for trophies and trying to win games. I possibly might have got it on the first try. I did hit a lot of them, but I don't know. Oh, I got it. Wait, yeah, I did get it. Flawless design. Woo! You know what's good when the only games you're winning is with Kobe VI.
Can the worst Marvel Rivals player platinum? Can the worst Marvel Rivals player platinum? In.
When the wall is awakened, what the f does that even mean?
Where the wall kept tumbling down in the city of my love.
Moving away from some of the more simple trophies now, Deadly Bites is a trophy you can obtain for getting 3 critical hits as Black Widow. I really do like Black Widow, but I am a firm believer that it should be a one-shot headshot due to the accuracy you need to main this kind of character. Hitting a headshot on an unpredictable moving enemy just for that same enemy to firm the shot and stay alive is kind of crazy. Once you get good though and potentially get a few lucky shots in, this one is doable with a little back of the map camping. Yes. Let's go! Demon's Roar is a trophy you can get for getting 3 kills in a single use of Magic's ult. Now her ult is insane, and when used right, you can really get a good combo going and go crazy. But as a fresh Magic player, knowing basically nothing about the character and going about her attacks in all the wrong ways, this was truly the hardest trophy I had faced so far. She's slow, her hits don't do an insane amount of damage, and chances are before you've even landed a hit, you are close to death if not dead. As my most played character now though, I do understand some of the combos you can chain, and I've opened my eyes to her becoming my main moving forward. But at the time, for essentially day 1 of the game, this trophy was kind of cooked. We played game after game after game with no luck. Epic Pierce managed to get his Jeff trophy.
Oh, I got 4. I got 4. That is 4.
Oh my god.
Yes! Snack attack! Snack attack reference, guys.
But I was still stuck, barely even understanding how to use this character. But randomly, as these trophies seem to do, everything lined up and I knew it was now or never. Please! Did all the fucking work. Oh my god, did I get it? No way. How does that even work? I didn't even get the KOs. After such a tedious trophy, it was only right to relax and do something very easy. And for that, we have Psylocke. Way of the Butterfly is a trophy you can get for contesting a point for 60 seconds in a single match. Of course, this is super simple. And if you have a good healer on your team like I did, you're able to bounce around the point with relative ease. W healer, holy shit. I'm literally just jumping around on the payload trying to like contest it. Like bro's just been healing me the entire time. The sad thing about this though, and I can't believe I'm advocating for another ult trophy here, but Psylocke's ult is pretty good. In fact, it's arguably up there as one of the best for the duelists given how quickly you can zip around and take people out, but it does only last a few seconds. Not that that matters though, eh? I think it would have been cool to have the trophy pop when taking out the last enemy on the payload or something along those lines. I get why the 60 seconds is a thing, but I also think it's very easy to get and kind of takes away from Psylocke when going for the trophies. Come on, put a trophy. Yes. One of, if not the most difficult characters to play as is Spider-Man. Rated a 5 out of 5, it's definitely true and way beyond my skill level. The only thing I know about playing him is the TikTok pulls people do, but I could barely even land a hit on any enemies. For the trophy Spider Sense Tingling, we need to get alerted by the Spidey Sense and then deliver a final blow before it disappears. But this was extremely challenging. I couldn't really figure out what made the Spidey Sense pop, whether it was an enemy behind you, an enemy you've not seen yet, or just someone in the surrounding area. The only real strat I had here was to save my ult, sit on the sidelines and wait for an unlucky enemy to activate my Spidey Sense, allowing me to go crazy.
Mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Could have been the trophy. Such a fucking small window to get it done, so I don't know. Hope it is, because that's not a very fun one. Yes. At this point, it was 3 in the morning and we were all getting kind of tired. 13, well, almost 14 hours since we started, only 15 trophies had been earned. And those 15 weren't even hard compared to these 6 right here. It was these that I was putting off until the very end, telling myself that it's a future me problem, and maybe if I increase the number of trophies now, it will satisfy my brain enough to think I'm making good progress. But really, these 15 were the tip of the iceberg when it came to the remaining trophies, and that's not even taken into consideration inevitable for winning 100 matches. matches. I had decent time for sure, but what I also needed was sleep. After waking up, scrolling some reels and starting my day, I eventually hopped on at around 12:45. Being joined by Epic Piss and Astro once again, today was going to be the day where I tackled the trophies I feared the most. The 3 KO ultimate trophies, the 10 assist trophies, anything that seemed impossible, it was being done today. And the first thing on the list was the trophy Snack Attack for swallowing 4 people with Jeff's ult. Sounds easy, but there's this little delay between popping the ult and actually eating the enemies. So people can run off, some people die before it activates, and also, when do you ever see 4 people grouped together unless they're all pushing the point?
Chart, can we get a job?
Oh, I got it. Let's go. Epic Piss here was also playing Cloak and Dagger at the time, and we went on to get an ace, giving him one of the 6 trophies I deemed to be the hardest.
That could have been a team wipe, low key.
Okay, so yes! No way, I got it already. I'm so good at it.
That was a good game, man. 23 kills. Yes, Snack Attack.
As Cloak and Dagger assist allies in achieving a team wipe.
Up next was Smoke Screen, and it requires you to take out 3 enemies with your smoke while playing as the Punisher. The best way to get this done is to get an enemy low and then deal the landing blow with a smoke grenade. Some may class this as cheating the trophy, others may class this as more skill required than actually taking the enemies out normally. But either way, what I thought was going to take a few games ended up being wrapped up on the second game of the day.
I kind of like that every operator has a trophy.
Oh, that was a trophy. Oh my god, it wasn't even a KO. Like, do KOs even count as KOs? I don't think I KO'd 3 people in smoke. I don't think I did that.
A valid question, and one that confused me for the majority of these trophies. See, the game counts a final hit as a KO, which in anyone's mind would mean you actually have to get the final hit 3 times for these KO trophies. However, the game also counts assists as KOs too, providing you deal enough damage, and it was a pretty recent attack. So for some of the hardest trophies in the game, the requirement for earning them went from basically impossible to, okay, we can kind of get this done as a team, and you'll soon see what I'm talking about. For now, we can move on to potentially one of the hardest trophies the game has to offer.
Just jump off the map, Logwa.
If you remember from earlier, Hela had a trophy tied to a specific map, and well, Black Panther has one too. This is a rare trophy for the simple fact that since release, the requirement has been to get a triple kill, and this is an absolutely insane ask. Triple kills are doable if you use a character with range, like Moon Knight for example, but Black Panther is essentially all close combat, low health, and his ult is absolutely dogshit. To get a triple kill, you would genuinely need to be blessed by Thor himself. However, with the recent Season 2 update, it seems the requirement has changed from being a triple kill to just being a 3 KO streak. Now this doesn't mean it's easy, because Black Panther is still all up close and personal when it comes to attacking, but what it does mean is that you can kind of lay back, get a few hits here and there, maybe get an assist too, providing it counts as a KO, and before you know it, arguably one of the main trophies people used to dread coming into this platinum can almost be earned on any given match on this map.
No. I got it somehow. Okay.
When playing through the game, I couldn't help but notice how destructible everything is, and it's crazy to go around some iconic Marvel spots, destroying structures and changing the gameplay in your favor. Something else I found extremely cool here is Doctor Strange's portal ability. It will instantly place the first portal for you, allowing you to fly wherever you want and place the other end. The game connects the 2, and bam, you now have a portal, and a pretty seamless one at that. This is amazing for helping your team reach the objective faster, but what it's also good for is the trophy Perleus Portal, where we need to take out an enemy using the terrain. While vague, this trophy description basically means activate the first portal off the map, fly to their spawn, and then pray someone walks in by accident and dies to the void.
Vehicle in its tracks.
Oh, I did it. No way.
From this point on, we are basically cooked. 5 of the 6 hardest trophies still remain, and in all fairness, every single trophy remaining is a tedious battle of RNG and skill, but these are by far the hardest. So to delay the inevitable just that little bit longer, I decided to go for Aquatic Assault while playing as Namor. Now this trophy description is pretty vague, as it states you need 10 KOs using your monstro spawn, when in actual fact you just kind of need 10 assists. Reading it for the first time, you'd probably assume that you're never going to get this done, and I think that's what took me so long to even attempt it. His monstro spawns are an extremely cool ability, acting like a mini turret of sorts. They constantly shoot to the enemies until they destroy it.
Let's go. That's actually quite a fun character to be fair. MVP, please, my dad.
There's a pretty difficult trophy to obtain when using Penny Parker. Her grenade ability needs to hit 3 people at once for watch your step, and the best way to do this is on defense, as you get to spawn in before your enemies do and can place the mines outside their spawn. The only downside though is that it's mainly down to luck. Only 2 people could walk through, maybe 3 walk through, but only 2 get hit. Maybe no one even gets hit. And it's not like you can guarantee a defense game for every game either, so this was a multiple attempt over multiple games kind of grind. So for now, let's focus on Iron Fist. During his ult, you can essentially run up on anyone and take them out with ease due to how fast your punches are. With Astro on heals and the perfect lineup in sight, it was only a matter of time before this trophy was mine.
Oh, that could have been it. I think that was it. I think that was it. Oh my god. Let's go. Were you hearing him? Was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheddar mine, Iron Fist main now.
Let's go!
W teamwork out here.
If you were to ask me what my least favorite character to go up against is, I'd probably say either Loki, a good Spider-Man, or Wolverine. And I say Wolverine because it seems no matter what you do, he always retains his health and absolutely destroys yours. So when it was finally time to attempt his trophy, I was hoping it was going to be pretty easy, but I was so wrong. You see, Wolverine is strong, that is true, but his ultimate isn't really strong enough unless you built up enough rage and are able to pick off enemies that aren't full health. For the trophy Rage Uncaged, we need to take out 3 enemies in a single use of the ult. Now, just like the others, this can be done with assists, but with these ultimate specific trophies, I believe they have to be assisted before the ult runs out. And this is why this trophy is part of the difficult 6, because it really is one of the hardest ones in the game. On my first ever attempt using his ult, we got nowhere.
W uses fucking ultimate I wasted an entire game for.
And I quickly realized that this is probably impossible without the help of a Groot ult at the same time.
Here I'm going. That's 2 of them. I think that's...
Someone else ulted at the same time, I'm not gonna lie.
Get this guy.
And that's
No.
too late.
With Doctor Strange just managing to escape, I knew the trophy was close. This setup is so overpowered for just about any ultimate trophy, and we had multiple attempts at this one.
Here, I'm doing it. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh! There's no way you can't get
Kill.
that. Come on.
Damn it, they're like all half health though. That's so annoying.
No!
What a throw from Satiire. Holy smokes.
Y'all ain't ever get it. This 100 win trophy, bro.
And every single game's had lost me.
It felt difficult. The lineup had to be absolutely perfect. The enemies had to be damaged just enough to let me take them out, or at the very least, the teammates not taking them out before I landed my hit. As with everything here, luck and the perfect situation were the main factors at play, but I believed we could pull it off.
Here, come back here, Mr. Satire. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. That's 3 of them.
Oh!
I think that's
Wow.
it.
That has to be it, yeah.
My goaded damage boost. No worries, ladies.
Yeah, I got it, yeah. Let's go!
Yeah.
Feeling absolutely buzzed off my dopamine rush, I said fuck it and decided to start attempting the hardest trophy of the entire game, Justice for All, where we need to take out 3 enemies using Captain America's ultimate. The catch? Well, his ult is absolutely awful. You're given a bit more health, which is nice, but the attack damage stays the exact same, and Cap's damage is very bad. This is the platinum killer. Other than these 2 right here, this is the one that worried me the most, because without a good team, a perfect lineup of enemies, and somehow expecting each one to be low enough to take them out, this would be impossible. But not all hope was lost. You see, like previously mentioned, KOs don't actually have to be your final kills, which opened our eyes to a bigger and much more efficient way of doing these trophies. So second game on as Cap, we put it to the test. It ended up being a defense game, so I picked Penny and tried my luck at the Watch Your Step trophy once again.
Oh, that has to be it.
Ooh, if you killed
Potential,
2, I'd
yeah,
assume a 3rd one had to be hit.
A little bit later into the game, Epic Piss ended up getting an insanely good play for Wolverine's triple kill, and it seemed that this was gearing up to be a very good game.
Come up here, Mr. Piss.
Oh, I used it. There's like 6 of them here.
Oh, that looks like it was it.
But as time ticked on, the hopes of ever pulling this new idea off started to fade, and as we reached the last overtime of the entire game, we had 1 more attempt left.
There's
That's
2.
99%.
Okay, I'm going. Was that it?
I don't think it was.
Did you hit 3 of them?
I don't know. I did. No way.
You got it?
Yo!
Look at last second.
That's crazy.
clutch.
Oh, and the Penny Parker one too. Yes!
The streak wasn't over yet, as next up was Divine Justice. This is another one of the 6, and yet again was one I was kind of worried for. But today was the day to earn the worst of the worst, and we were already in too deep to back down now. This trophy is hard for 2 reasons. One, as we discussed before, having 4 players in a single area at any given time is surprisingly low. And 2, Thor's ultimate, while kind of cool, takes like 5 seconds to boot up, and by that point, everyone's moved on and you've missed your chance. The initial bounce in the air can also deal damage to whoever's on the ground, meaning technically you could KO someone before the ult has even really started. All of this combined kind of makes this a hard one to achieve, and the only real saving grace here is that you need to hit 4 people, not take them out for good. I struggled here using Thor in general though, as just like Groot, there's not really much going on other than more health. There's definitely a higher skill level required to play Thor as your main, because I was absolutely shit.
I'd even use this character, man.
No way that Hulk gets away. No, he's ulting.
What's even going on?
Help.
As you notice, my character's a little bit useless right now.
I'm going. No, I got pushed. That's so unlucky.
Just killed him. Killed him. I already used it. Guys, can we hit them? Guys, can we kill them? How is it every time I use my fucking ult, we kill nobody?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
As you can tell, Epic Chris wasn't getting anywhere close to his cap trophy and was starting to tweak out a little bit. We could still grind this out though, as the next trophy I went for was Arms Race, to getting 3 KOs with Winter Soldier's ultimate. Now, unlike literally every other ult in the game, Bucky's is pretty unique. The way it works is kind of like Wolverine's, where you launch in the sky and hit your opponents. The difference here though is that if you manage to take down or assist one of these damaged enemies, you get your ult back and can go again. I'm not really good enough to chain his ult in that way, but some people are actually insane with this character.
Oh, I hit him out of the sky. That was a W.
Yeah. I just saw that. That's awesome.
I was more within the 1 to 2 ult popping section, so I had to rely mainly on damage dealt before the ult and hoped for the best.
Let's capture the mission area.
Oh.
Got it?
Bro is a bot. What are we doing?
Just giving him his trophy. You know how it is.
Here, let's go. Now. Here, come here. Now. That was your ult. That was 3.
Was
For
that?
sure. I'm pretty sure.
TS better pop.
I got it.
Nice.
No, I didn't get it. I just didn't
right.
get it.
The skill issue.
Listen here, Kobe.
With all this trophy popping done on day 2, a lot of the hardest ones had now been wrapped up. But when you grind match after match for hours upon hours, it does start to wear you down. So we decided to take a break. And by that, I mean we headed into a Doom match. Classed as an arcade mode, completing this will net you the trophy Master of Modes, regardless of where you place on the leaderboards. A good thing, because we were on a pretty bad losing streak. Doom match is essentially free for all. And what surprised me a lot is that you can actually queue these matches with your friends in the lobby. I think this mode is kind of fun to be fair, but I'm just not good enough to cook anything up. This experience has really taught me that I'm no longer good at multiplayer games and that the bad game stuff is where I shine. It's a surprise to no one that I didn't even get in the top 6, but I still got the trophy anyways. A character that is very easy to use and almost too easy to get kills with is Squirrel Girl. Equipped with an acorn slingshot, this thing bounces off walls, bounces between enemies, and just deals a shit ton of damage when you least expect it. I would say it's almost guaranteed that you will like using this character because of the brain neurons it activates when you receive a KO notification for shooting into a random corner on the map. I really do like her bounce ability too, because it makes it very easy to get out of tough situations. The thing that stops me from using her as a main though is her ultimate. Once charged, she will shoot a wave of squirrels in the direction you choose, and this literally does 0 damage, unless you shoot it in a tight corridor or at enemies that are super low. And for this trophy, we basically have to do exactly that. Back when this game first launched, her ability was a lot worse. See, now you can shoot it and the squirrels will automatically target the closest enemy to them after a wall bounce. But back on release, you really did just have to get lucky with the bounces, as it would go in whatever direction it wanted. It seems too that any kills made after the first bounce didn't count towards the trophy, but that has also been fixed now. So yeah, it is a lot easier, but that doesn't mean it's a walk in the park. Well, for me anyway. I spent hours and hours playing as Squirrel Girl, and it got to the point that everyone got off but Astro, and we continued playing late into the night. She quickly became one of my most played characters too, as every single time there was a good opportunity, I would get an unlucky outcome and have to go again.
Go. Oh my god. Please.
And this kept happening. Time and time again, I'd miss a trophy by a single kill, and it was almost starting to feel impossible. But practice does indeed eventually lead to results.
So what made you think I'm not in love? This is actually the one. This could be the one. That corridor at the second payload.
Yeah, you said that like 8 times. Not a bad place to use the ult.
Yeah. Shouldn't have done it there, actually. I maybe I did. Oh. Yes, that was it. That was it. Oh my god. Let's go. Nice. W game. If that isn't a trophy, I don't know. Yes. Oh, MVP as well.
After I was getting tired, and rightfully so. 3 AM grinding trophies off little sleep is definitely a valid reason to want to go to bed, but I managed to convince him to stay on for one more trophy. The trophy in question being Loki's. Loki isn't an insanely good character, but he's very fucking annoying to go up against in a match. Spawning duplicates that shoot you from afar, the game acting like there's multiple people in an area when realistically it's all just Loki clones, and I also hate the fact that he has heals and clones because it allows every Loki player under the sun to dip out of the fight last minute and seemingly disappear. Back to the trophy though, to earn this one, you're required to deal the final blow of a KO by stabbing them in the back, which, let me tell you, on moving enemies that jump about, fly around and do insanely unpredictable stuff like real people do, landing the final blow mid-fight without getting killed sounds genuinely impossible. You would need to get lucky, and just like every trophy I've earned so far, luck is what I found.
Oh. Oh no.
This guy misses every shot, but when he uses one ability and does half my half.
Oh. Wait, no. Wait, maybe. I'm just stuck on a character I don't want to play as at all.
Oh, fuck off. He just goes invisible, fucks off to Narnia, and then fully heals.
Oh my god, I got it. How did I even get that? I mean, I'm not complaining.
Somehow, I convinced Astro to do one more game, and then one more game after that, and then we kind of spiraled and played for another hour and a half. If I'm being honest, we barely won any games, barely made any progress towards the trophies, and overall, we're just so tired from losing. The trophy I was trying to attempt here was one of these two, specifically Symphony of Light and Dark, where you need to assist in a team wipe as Cloak and Dagger. This one is also identical, but requires you to do it with Mantis instead. These were the ones I was dreading the absolute most, and pretty much the only two blocking the path to the platinum. We tried game after game after game, getting a few close calls, but barely missing out on this trophy by 1 or 2 enemies.
Okay, top you out.
Was that it? One person. Fuck's sake.
Holy fuck, I'm actually get a squad wiper.
Oh, I don't think I've put this much time into a multiplayer game in a hot minute. I don't know if I'm going to get this done in 3 days, man.
Chat, is a bad time.
Is that it then, yeah?
Yeah. 432 of Marvel Rivals that we played today.
A lot, man.
To give up and go to bed now would mean waking up with less than 24 hours left on the clock. And when speaking to both Kobe and Toba earlier, they told me that these trophies can take hours, really just depending on teamwork and the lobby you're given. It's safe to say, I was getting pretty worried. So when Astro got off for the night, I stayed on. Instead of stressing over these team wipe trophies, I went for 5 decently easy ones I knew I could get done solo with the right lobbies. What makes these 5 trophies doable solo is the fact that they can be attempted over multiple matches. This lets you work towards them at your own speed while potentially locking in for a few wins here and there. So for the next 2 hours, I did exactly this, starting with the trophy No More Mutants for taking out 10 mutants as Wanda. I don't know what the reason is here, but the enemy team barely ever pick mutants, so when I eventually found a game with one single person playing as Namor, you know I had to focus just on him in order to try and grab this trophy. I ended the match on 8 kills with just Namor, falling short by 2, but having made extremely good progress for the next match. However, the next match had no mutants, or the match after, and that trend continued. I did eventually run into a game with the majority of our team playing as some of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and very easily got the trophy Vengeance for the Milano, assisting in 10 KOs with the Guardians. The hardest part about this trophy, to be fair, is finding an actual game with a team of Guardians in the first place. This is a very easy one to do with a full team of people that you know, but doing it solo is another story.
Let's go. 30-7. Says I got 9 final hits, but you know we don't speak about that. Enemy team has a Wolverine. All I gotta do is kill him twice, but I'll try to kill him as many times as I can. These trophies aren't necessarily like too bad. Everyone's gone to bed. It's like literally fucking 6 in the morning. Like what the fuck, man. Surely. Are we fucking joking? What? Fuck off, man. I had to hope that the next game would be the one for this trophy. It was getting late now and I was starting to fall asleep in my chair, but I had to see it through. And just as I was starting to lose all hope, I saw that the enemy team had an Emma Frost, the newest mutant in the game. Think we're good.
With it almost being guaranteed, I switched to Mantis in hopes of picking up a quick ace to end the day with. But the one enemy remaining curse came back once again.
No way, I was one off a fucking team wipe. Nice. Nice.
All night, I spent my time focusing on these assist trophies, but in the back of my head, I wanted that ace so badly. So I went again, and somehow managed to get into a game where 2 of my teammates were X-Men characters, something that had not happened all night since trying to get these assist trophies. Instead of aiming for an ace, I switched to Storm in order to attempt the trophy to me, my X-Men. Pretty much the same as Star-Lord's trophy, we are able to follow the X-Men characters around and hit their targets or steal their KOs.
Potential for a win here and a trophy if I've managed to kill enough. Yes! Let's go. Let's fucking go.
And with that, it was now 6:30 in the morning. And if I wanted to get up in time to get everything done, I had to go to bed. I really did struggle sleeping on this night as my mind was racing from the moment I got into bed. Now that we were 32 trophies deep, 9 left didn't seem all that bad in the last 24 hours. But when you consider the 2 ace trophies, reaching level 20, and getting at least 40 wins within the last 24 hours, it seemed all but pretty much impossible. I thought about maybe staying up and avoiding sleep altogether, but what good would that do when I need to be locked in, playing as good as I can to even get the aces done in the first place? So with that in mind, I did eventually fall asleep and woke back up at around 12:30. We were essentially in the last 24 hours of the challenge.
All right, it is currently the last day. We're not where I want to be, but we're not also in like a bad spot, but we are 2 days in. There is potential if I just don't get off today. I got all the hard ones though, they're all done. So it really is just like the ace one.
To make things a bit easier, one of the members in my Discord, Winter Finn, offered to help on this final day in the hopes we could get some stuff done as a 3-man team.
Hopefully we get some good plays today. How long did it take you to get the platinum?
My PlayStation says like 75 hours.
So we booted up the first game without any real direction or plans, but more to just prepare myself for the day ahead. First round, we absolutely smashed them.
Got the W though?
They're not very good, maybe. Maybe we'll ace them first try.
And going into the second round, we all had our ults ready to go.
Oh, this map's not really that good. Unless we can like ace on this right now. Oh my god.
I just got 3 in a row, so...
Yes.
Ace.
No way.
Did you hit one of them? I got the last hit on him. That was the only hit I got.
With an insanely good ult from Winter Finn there, we had secured one of the 2 aces I needed for the platinum. The only question was at what point in this 24 hours would I get to do that again? See, I had been trying these trophies on and off all last night, and to be fair, even occasionally doing it between trophies as well. So it's safe to assume that this last ace could be the thing that ruins this challenge completely. However, it wouldn't hurt to play as Mantis for the time being.
Pop him out.
Oh, no way. No fucking way. Victory in Bloom. Symphony of Light and Dark. Woo! 2 aces in the same game. That's crazy. First game on as well.
With the help of these 2 legends right here, we had done it. The trophies I spent all last night trying to obtain were done. And with that massive weight lifted off my shoulders, it was time to attempt the 4th assist trophy, West Coast, Best Coast. For this one, you just need to play as Hawkeye and repeat the same steps for Storm and Star-Lord's trophies, except this time with at least one of your teammates being part of the Avengers. Now that I actually had a team online, this was very easily wrapped up in a single game.
Did we win?
No.
No, right, cool.
With only one more assist trophy left, I decided to switch things up and start the trophy multiverse tour. For this, we just need to play as Luna Snow on 5 different map themes, with these themes essentially just being fancy names for locations. Even though the actual map itself changes based on the game mode, if it's within the same overall theme, then it won't count as an additional match. Any chance I got, I'd go into a match as Luna Snow, beat it, and then write down the theme I had played so that I didn't have to do more games than needed. While grinding this out, I managed to reach level 20. Oh, and before long, Tobba was back online and was able to help with the final assist trophy of the game tied to Magneto. For this, well, I mean, you already get the gist of these trophies by now. You can put a shield bubble on players, which gives you an assist when they get a KO, making this one extremely easy because I didn't even need to get a hit on the enemies he was attacking since the bubble did all the work for me.
Someone get rid of TS Iron Man.
I am cooking, chat. They got the Johnny, guys. They got the Johnny.
Yeah, I got a trophy.
Oh yeah!
Let's go! Epic Press MVP.
I'm goated,
As
guys.
always.
Literally 3 trophies remain now, and with us still having 22 hours left of the final day, it felt like I had all the time in the world. For the trophy, go get 'em Guardians. We need to revive Guardians of the Galaxy characters using Rocket's revivability. I think this ability is actually very cool, and it allows for some great plays if placed in a good spot. But the only plays we would be making here is watching Tobba die over and over again until he was revived 5 times in a row. Just like the assist ones, this can be done over multiple games, which I do respect quite a bit because attempting this solo is, I don't want to say impossible, but I mean it basically is. The revive portal works by reviving the person that just died, and then that's a single use done. To somehow guarantee that after placing this portal, out of all 5 teammates in the game, the next one to die would somehow be a Guardian and be in the local area to even be picked up by the revive in the first place is a chance so slim, I think it's safe to say that it would take hours upon hours of playing Rocket to achieve, rather than just a single match. With that, I played the final match as Luna Snow.
Potentially the easiest win in the entire game so far.
Guys, I'm lost.
Peep this MVP animation though, real quick.
I paid for this.
I actually got for free. This game gives you a lot of like free units and stuff.
Multiverse tour. That's fire.
And all came together to help Epic Piss achieve both Captain America and Thor's trophy in a single match.
Fish, you are not getting it. Don't even try.
Okay.
I'll try to have you pop it first. I'll say like for you to pop it. I'll say like pop 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 or something.
Pop, pop, pop.
I don't know, bruh. Something. Ice cream Fortnite, you pop. You're home.
Okay. What is this RQ time?
The game's trying to find us a team that's better than us. I can't.
Fortnite. Fortnite.
Okay, I got 2. Kill him. Oh my god, that's it. That has to be it. That has to be it. Yes!
No, me and Satire got that right away, bro.
Yeah.
He got that because of my clutch Thor play. My Thor play.
Hit them.
Fortnite,
Do it now.
Fortnite.
Do it now.
How many was that?
At least 3.
You might be thinking to yourself, Satire mate, you got 20 hours left for a single trophy. What is the issue? And the issue is, I'm just not good at the game. In fact, even as a team, we were more focused on earning trophies than actually winning any games. And this meant that the 66 wins I currently had were earned over the last 2 days of playing, not within 20 hours. And to put this into perspective, from the Luna trophy to the 70th win, so literally 4 wins, it took 2 hours. Yeah, I was fucked. But I wasn't going to give up. After some questionable games,
Got it. Keep going.
This one is for the boys with the boomer system, top-down AC with the cooler system.
W loss, 10 losses, 1 win.
it was now pushing 1 AM. Mostly everyone had already got off to sleep like normal people, but me, Epic Piss and Astro remained, determined to see it through. To switch things up, we went into a Doom match as the trophy guide mentions it was possible to earn all sorts of trophies here. It took a minute to kick in, but after playing for a bit, we realized that to win the match, you only need to place top 6. And after doing a quick test, it did in fact count towards the inevitable trophy. So while we had just essentially spent the last 7 hours grinding away endlessly to win matches that take upwards of 15 to 20 minutes, Doom matches were hit all along and can be beaten around 4 to 6. It was around this point that Epic Piss decided it was time to call it quits.
It counted as a win, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was actually 3 minutes guaranteed win.
Right, Unky Pants. Thanks for playing Marvel Rivals. I suppose it wasn't that bad. Use code Satire.
But Astro, the absolute GOAT, remained. And he remained the entire night, from 1 AM until literally 5:30 in the morning. We just chilled and played some Doom matches. While I had to focus on winning as to not waste my time, Astro spent his time as Jeff, roaming around the map and just messing around with other players. But as time went on, we both started to notice something pretty weird going on. As each match we played progressively got easier and easier. Playing on EU servers, this meant the game was most likely dead around 3 AM, as everyone with actual important stuff to do was fast asleep. We eventually came to the conclusion that the game was filling these empty lobbies with bots. Now these bots are actually kind of good, and had it have not been for Astro just roaming around the map as Jeff, I doubt we'd have ever figured this out. Watching back the kill cams, you can kind of see for yourself that the aim here is just insane. It felt so weird just roaming around these lobbies that were essentially empty. The payoff here though is that these matches were insanely easy because, well, it was mainly just bot lobbies.
It's be crazy for the ult. I'm ulting. Holy shit. That was W. Did you see that? Like, fucking cold feed me.
Well, quad fitting in Marvel Rivals.
Quite feeding on bots, you know how it is.
Around 5 AM, the 99th win was earned. Epipiss also got off of work around this point too and hopped on to join me and Astro for the final game of the Platinum.
How have you actually just woken up and you just like, you're out to normal, bro?
It's time to wake up.
It's time to grind.
Yeah, Jim, I think we're losing this first game.
We're not winning this shit. Did we lost?
The Spider-Man flings
waste.
in 900 miles per hour out of nowhere and just fucking instantly kills me. It's so annoying. No, but it takes so much skill. Well, obviously fucking doesn't if so many people play it.
Who's blood talking to right now?
No way. W Platinum. Inevitable.
Vortex is Thanos.
The Collector.
Okay, Charter, I'm going to sleep. You know it is. Had to come for the carry. Now I'm going to pop off.
The true time overall, like IRL time, is 2 days and 15 hours from the start of the first trophy to the end of this trophy. Game time, we're looking at 39 hours. Fucking W game in my opinion. I actually quite liked it. For the first multiplayer game I've played in ages, like properly. Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad at all. But big shout out to everyone that helped along the way. I wouldn't be able to get this done in 3 days at all without the help of everyone that I went through. Got the aces, got the Captain America kill, helped me with that. Like just everything. Everyone collectively, W. Time for bed, I think, because it's fucking 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, maybe GG's.
Shields up.
Yes! Where's my trophy? Inevitable. MVP. MVP W Platinum. Thank you so much for playing Marvel Rivals with me.
Again, a massive thank you goes out to the people over at Marvel Rivals for supporting the channel and sponsoring this video, or giving me so much freedom to make the video how I wanted. Marvel Rivals is free to play and downloadable on PS5, PC and Xbox, with Season 2 just being released as well. In my opinion, it's the perfect time to check it out if you haven't already. This really wouldn't be possible without you guys, so thank you all so much. And thank you for watching this one as well. It's not a bad game video, so I'm not sure how it's going to do, but I really hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I'll see you all relatively soon in the next one. Bye bye!